What is up, YouTube? Rowie Plays here, back and welcome to the Saloon Media Group channel. Now starting to kick back in to greatly see how this channel really kind of performs under pressure. Now that I've like this forthcoming, I'm gonna say, it's not second coming. I've had issues in the past getting to grips with kind of where I'm wanting to go with this channel, and now I'm here. So it's been a bit of a wait, but I finally got my ass. I got the office in place. Office tour will come when I've cleaned up. There's still a few things left to go, but I will clean up in time. Still got a night left to work. Had to pull out of work tonight to help out with my partner. A few reasons, medical reasons, so not going to go into it on channel. But I have the time to record a video tonight. So this will come out 2 days away. Not tomorrow, day after. So I am so sorry. Yes, this is a 2-day-old video. Let me know if you guys want me to stop mentioning that too, because I'm sure some people just don't care. So I think for now I'll stop mentioning it, and y'all can tell me if you want to know later. So, but for now, yeah. So we're gonna play a game called Her Story. Picked it up on Game Pass a while back, and kind of thought it's a game that my partner might play. Hasn't played it yet, which is fine. And yeah, it's been interesting, kind of kicking around. And so now I look at durations of how long a video goes, so I can make time videos out of it. And this one it says goes for 2 hours on its own. So I figured punch in, see how we go with it. 2 hours or 4 hours of completionists. So all stars it reckons 3 hours tops. So 13 achievements as well. So we'll see what happens with that. See if we can get most of them first run. So with that being said, I am not going to rush you to hold you up any longer. Also to remind you, Fast Revisit series coming out very, very shortly. That will be the first series I work on. And we're gonna push it from there to get it progressing, I suppose you could say. Gotta get that series out, so it'll be good when it comes out. All right, let's kick into it. All right, just as it says, Her Story. I don't know what the game's about. I vaguely read it. I think it's like a murder mystery or something like that. Let's kick in. Give myself a bit of sound. For those of you who ask, just water. Rest of the juice is under that little jumble mess in the background. No such.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Okay.
Yeah, that's me. But February, I mean, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Well, we think you're involved. Sorry, just looking for a pen. In case I got to write any of this down.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
They all say that. Does it have a name on her? Nope.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other, just that. Stories.
That smile was a bit dodge. What's this one?
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person. Yeah, that's me. But February, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
I'm gonna add that just to be safe. Okay. Oh, that was. Oh, okay. My mistake on that one. Okay. Try Simon. Oh, there we go. Larger ones this time.
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work. Mirror making, feature windows, artistic things. Really beautiful things.
Okay. I'm gonna add that because at least tells me where he works. Helpful.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. I bought a photo. They said I should bring a photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have.
I'm gonna add that because it tells me information about him.
It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to cook with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes. Yeah. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks. Yes, there's an abstract one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games, climb the tower, save the princess, that kind of thing. Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
Okay. Anything new? Nope. Nah. Nope, just to mention him again. I'm gonna type in Simon again. Try to get the name of that bar. Oh wait, didn't I play there?
It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Okay, so Helen get mentioned again? Once more. Here we go.
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes Lance.
That sounds like resentment. He's mentioning Peter. Apparently that was it. Oh, here we go.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job, but he didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come and see you. His parents haven't heard anything either. Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I guess the Rock. We've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong.
Didn't really get much from that.
No one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone Simon knew from the Rock.
I'll look up Eric real quick. There's a lot on Eric.
He was wearing a shirt, a blue turtleneck shirt and jeans. He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric. He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house.
More descriptive, so that's fine.
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked in the street. I'm not sure about the keys of the van. I can look for you when I get back.
Not really saying much in that. This might be a bust.
That would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one. He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get that.
Possible motive. Might have been theft.
Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
Diane, that's a new one. Now, I'm also going to mention... Take the notes of Susan. She mentioned her from the pub. Okay, that's a no. Diane, there should be at least one. Yep.
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there.
Sorry guys, this pen isn't working.
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, you must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
That seemed like suspicion. Like, let's go to the options. Check this one out.
Not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come over for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diane is a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients. And the last time Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off CFAX, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines. I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
Okay. Bit of an odd piece there.
Simon and Eric arguing? No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing. They get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
Well, I've typed her name in multiple times and it's not popping up. So, because why the hell not? And also, why the hell not? Why not? There you go. Glasgow. She mentioned Glasgow. Yeesh.
I got in the car and I drove. I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. I just had to sleep. Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from a payphone, and then headed back. No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
That contradicts. You just said you were working up by a garbage truck.
When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi. Not a big crash, just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at.
Are you sure? Because you just gave me two freaking options there. The fuck?
Ask the hospital.
Helpful.
I don't see how it's hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed. You've spoken with the hospital.
See if we can get some more comment on that garbage truck. Okay. Petrol. We're checking on the taxi. In the storage secondary.
Police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
Eve. Thank you. Also, bitchy sus. Any more comment of Eve? Oh, plenty of Eve.
Well, my friend Eve, I mean, she was a friend when I was a kid, and she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes.
You creepy, honey.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater. There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach, and I held her head under, and I kept back. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown. But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up after. It was a love-hate relationship.
Was the like past tense? Because that's fucking creepy. Anna, that's a different one.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Okay, keeping that because that might have been Morse code. I'm not sure, but
My mother called me Eve.
oh no, you're Eve. Jesus, psycho. All right, Hannah. Wow, there's a lot on you.
My name is Hannah. Hannah. It's
That's
confusing.
just,
It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work if you mirror it though. It's not quite symmetrical, but well, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith. I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
okay. It gives us name and place.
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry. Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
Am I dealing with twins? Hey, hello. What was that? So that fills up when I'm doing more. Gotcha.
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. It was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
Hmm. Okay, well, I'm gonna. And try road. I might have been wrong with this. Okay, we'll try Florence.
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
That image bleeds kind of creepy.
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror. She was me.
You doing okay, honey?
Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Older papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story wasn't there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand. I guess I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s. But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
Okay. Well, what was that? One volume missing.
No.
I'm sorry, volume and missing.
Eve was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it, and I'm going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember, that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
That's a lie, honey. You know what happened last week. Alright, so I'm going to try diary. She keeps mentioning a diary, and there's plenty of entries on there, so.
No, he doesn't keep a diary. That's my thing. I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl. It helps make sense of my day. And when you're forced to put something into words, it just gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page.
That was all up top.
When I was 8, Mother died. She slipped down the stairs.
Slipped.
It was an accident. I had read a diary at that point, and I knew she wasn't my real mother. So I burned the diary that day, and I left. Walked out and across the street.
Yeah, I was saying, Jesus.
It just became our way of life. We would swap places and take it in turns to do things, and we were very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page. We had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in any given situation.
Okay, so diary was a big
It
deal.
was exhaustive. We lived a second life through those rules. rules for things that could only ever happen inside our imaginations. I mean, we would consider all the permutations of future events and agree rules to walk our way through them.
Okay. Diary, so I'm going to go with volume. Missing. It comes out with 1, so that's good.
I thought it made me sound suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do, to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple. I knew it was stupid not to tell you everything. Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would, distract you from what was important. It's different now. Now he's...
A little weird. Not gonna lie, honey. That was missing. We go with husband. Should pop up with, yeah, a ton. Thank you.
I haven't been into work. I guess I've just been waiting to hear from you, hear from my husband. When you suspect someone of murdering their husband. She's crying, I guess. She's sad because she thought she saw her husband with another woman. But it's okay, because she finds out it wasn't her husband, it was his brother. And so it's fine.
Yeah, a little creepy, honey.
It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead, it doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
Oxford. And I'm going to cheat as well. And if cheat doesn't work, then we'll go multiples. Cheating. All the same shit. Car should get something.
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left, I left too. I was upset and I wanted to get away. So I took the car. I left the next day, Saturday. I slept for a few hours in the car. When I woke up, I came straight back. Simon wasn't returning my calls and I wanted to try and make up. I got back to the house and Simon wasn't there. And I... Excuse me. Is there a bin?
Seemed quite calm when she said to ask for a bin. Just saying.
Yeah. I pulled over and slept in the car. This was just by the side of the road. I was exhausted.
Keep saying that, but I've caught you out on that one. It's a long stretch, but I'm going to try it anyway. Yeah, confession didn't work. Why would it? Oxford. She mentioned Oxford, so yeah, let's go with another one.
There was a conference, something to do with double glazing, in Oxford.
I'm going to go conference, and she said double glazing. I'm going to just guess that there's something with that, so we'll put that in our search jar as well.
Are you sure? What would he be doing in Oxford if there was no conference? I remember calling him. He said it was boring and he spent most of the time at the bar.
Yeah, honey. He didn't go to Oxford for that.
Mum and Dad never knew what was going on. Got so good at it. If one of us had a hangover, the other one would go to school. Whoever was best at a subject would sit the exam. There were lots of differences between us. Some things one is better than the other at.
Why not? Try something different. Yep, didn't work. Okay, so we'll go Friday, because I keep mentioning Friday. Nope, so Friday's out. Conference. But you know he's there? We don't.
No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off with the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much, or watching TV. He likes TV. He wasn't present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror, a nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
Okay.
Yeah, on his clothes, that would make sense. He made it by hand. I mean, he brushes the silver onto the glass. It's not how they make mirrors these days. I mean, he made the mirror and he gave it to me.
Mirror seems to be another one.
No, I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water.
Okay. Yep, here we go.
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
Okay, I thought there was something with that.
So I moved out. Got a small bed sit. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings, so I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist.
Not creepy at all.
He started singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. But he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream.
Okay. Go with Scar. Anything else on Scar? No. I'm gonna take a bit of a jump and say depressed. Hey, I'll try depression afterwards as well.
I was living in the attic. It was a very hard time. I was depressed, was still pretty sick of the STD. And I came down one morning and they were dead. They were in bed and both had been sick. They'd thrown up a lot. And I slept through it. The police said it was the mushrooms they ate. Dad was a mushroom expert. I mean, he used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognise them. And there's no way he would have picked death caps. But the police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic.
There's that bleed through again. Okay, so depressed. I'm gonna try depression. I didn't get a difference, so that's fine. Anything on glasses? Yep, one new one.
His body didn't reveal. And his throat. It looked like his throat had been cut. And I didn't see his glasses. He has these thick glasses. He doesn't always wear.
Okay, well there you go. It added a little bit. This will be more on the parents, I reckon.
Suicide?
No, maybe not.
I mean, he would never do anything like that. He is not the kind of person to do anything like that. I mean, to hurt himself? No.
I mean, I had to ask Johnny. Wouldn't be doing my character's job if I didn't ask.
The mirror.
Put pure and simply.
I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. I haven't looked at it since.
Why not? He made it for you.
Silver leaf? No. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
Righty-ho. I'm going to leave it there for that one. And in the second episode, hopefully we knock out a fair bit and fill out that database file. Like I'm looking at it now, it's less than halfway full. So we'll try to fix that. And we'll see how we go. It's a little different than I was expecting, but we're gonna give it a crack and hopefully clear it up in the next 2 episodes. So thank you to everyone who jumped in. Thank you to everyone who's been jumping on into the channel over the last couple of days. I do really appreciate your support and for you guys jumping in and subbing. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell because it really does help me out a tremendous amount. And if you want to get a hold of me at all, my webpage will be down below for the company. It's got a link to everything you need from me, my Discord, Instagram, Twitter, even my Twitch, which I don't use as much. I should probably kick back into it. And also, if you wish to get a hold of merch like the Roy Plays Gen 2 t-shirt, as well as the Gen 1, and many others, the link to the RP apparel shop will also be there. We're looking at trying to get a considerable amount of more designs. That's what I'm looking for. So trying to look to get some more designs up by the end of the year. Next year we're going to start looking heavily into things like Valentine's, Halloween, Easter, Christmas. That we want to do more holidays as well. But it's just a case of getting people to. So it's really hot over here. Just a case of getting people to actually jump on to the store, jump, buy a few items, and also tell us down in the comment section below, like what kind of merch would you like to see? What would a video game related Valentine's, Easter, Christmas, Halloween? What sparks the memory when you think video games and those holidays? And some holidays maybe I haven't thought of. Obviously, Day of the Dead is a popular one. We've got a few ideas kicking around for that one, but we've got none kind of cemented yet. We will get there. We do have some ideas coming around. We did have an idea for a Voorhees mask, which we seem to have kicked the prototype away for now. But yeah, so we've got ideas coming around, and yeah, if you like that kind of thing, let me know in the comment section down below, or join the Discord and let us know. The more people we get, the more we can start running competitions. Any discount codes for anything for RPA or any company we are affiliated with, such as Juice, who you saw me roll up earlier. Also the company Newer, and also Sticker Mule. We have deals going through them as well. Yeah, it's all on there. You can find it quite easily, as well as links to other avenues. So like personal links for me, and a few other different stores we run through. So yeah, give them a go. Let us know what you purchased down below, and I will see you in the next video. See you later, guys.